Breakfast and brilliant ideas, coffee and conversation, we're serving up that and much more at IBJ Media's events. Join us at an upcoming event and kickstart your day with fresh ideas and new connections. Check out our event lineup and register now at ibj.com/RSVP.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Wednesday, November 5th, 2025. I'm Gary Dick. An energy startup, First American Nuclear Company, is looking to build its first small modular reactor, or SMR, and it selected Indiana for sweeping plans to move the company's headquarters, manufacturing operations, and nuclear power generation to Indiana. The result could be a $4 billion investment and 5,000 jobs. CEO Mike Reinboff.
The company as a brand is relatively new. But the actual team that put all this together has been working together since the late 90s. It's a big group of nuclear engineers and scientists that they led the country in its advanced reactor programs under the Department of Energy for a number of decades.
State and local leaders hope a new project will serve as an anchor for continued downtown revitalization in the Spencer County town of Richland. On Tuesday, Governor Mike Braun helped break ground on a 9,000 square foot commercial development along Main Street. The project being supported by a $1.25 million grant from the state's Regional Economic Acceleration and Development Initiative, or READY 2.0. The White House is expected to announce a deal this week with Indianapolis-based Eli Lilly and Co and with Novo Nordisk that would lower the price of their popular obesity drugs to $149 per month in some cases, that according to people familiar with the agreement. The drugs would also be covered for some Medicare beneficiaries, potentially expanding access to the medication for millions of Americans. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. Northeast Indiana is on the move, and the next big conversation is happening in Fort Wayne. Join business and community leaders at Innovate Northeast Indiana, a powerful afternoon of ideas, innovation, and insight. We're talking talent, technology, and transformation. And what's next for the region? Join us at the Grand Wayne Center Tuesday, November 18th for Innovate Northeast Indiana, part of the Innovate Indiana series presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. RSVP now at ibj.com/innovate. The Benjamin Harrison Presidential Site in Indianapolis is expanding its nationwide civics initiative for grade school students.
Project POTUS, originally created for middle school students, is being made available to high school students for the first time. Through the program, students research an American president and create a short video about their story. For middle schoolers, the videos are 60 seconds or less using at least one primary source. In the expanded program, high school students will have 90 seconds or less to tell the story of one day in the life of their chosen president with at least 3 primary sources. The goal of the high school program is to show how one day can make history, according to the presidential site. Entries are now open and will close on President's Day, February 16th, 2026. The winning videos will be selected by a panel of citizen jurors. Prizes at the high school level will range from $250 to $1,500, while middle schoolers will compete for $100 to $500. You can connect to more on the Project POTUS program at InsideIndianaBusiness.com. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
The firm behind a proposed data center in the Martindale-Brightwood neighborhood of Indianapolis has submitted its request to city officials to rezone nearly 14 acres of land for the project. The rezoning application shows that Los Angeles-based Metro Blocks intends to build 2 large buildings, a pocket park, and a power substation. The $500 million campus would be built in 2 phases. Jeffersonville-based River Heritage Conservancy is expanding its partnership with the Centerpoint Energy Foundation to launch an environmental and STEM education initiative at Origin Park in Clarksville. The initiative will partner with local educators, nonprofit leaders, and cultural experts to host at least 24 free workshops throughout the year. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.
I'm Tiffany Souter, mom of 4, wife, entrepreneur, and host of the Life of And podcast. For years, I built my life with brute force, a successful business, a growing family, and absolutely zero margin. I was tired, snappy, and felt constantly behind, and I was too afraid to admit it. Everything changed when I stopped trying to do more and started building systems that actually worked for my real life. If you too are craving more peace, more presence, and just more time for you, I'd love for you to join me on The Life of And. Subscribe now on your favorite podcast app or listen at ibjpodcast.com.
Do you want to know what really drives change in Indiana? You won't find it in sound bites, you'll find it in stories. Stories from CEOs, lawyers, coaches, entrepreneurs, and community advocates. That's the IBJ Media Podcast Network. Insightful, local, impactful. Find all of our shows by searching IBJ Media in your podcast app or visit ibjpodcast.com.